All right, welcome back, Kings and Queens, y'all. Today we are talking the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha Williams. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. The $7 million mansion just got hit with a lien over Simon's six-figure debt. Lean on me. Literally, lean. Lien. Lean on me when you're not strong. And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. But in this instance, I don't think Simon is doing much assistance with helping you carry on. And Porsha. I do believe, and I've always felt that is way too much house for you as a single mom. I understand the principality of it and putting your foot down and letting him know you are not the one to be played with and you can keep the house if you want to. But baby, don't go in debt trying to prove a point. And sometimes being right will get you broke. Being right will get you left by your lonesome. You should have never, in my opinion, placed your house on the hill on the market for $1 million. We're going to talk about it. Portia's smart, but to me, that was a silly, silly rookie move. Porsha, you're bigger than this. You're smarter than this. Come on. And I think you got lost in the sauce. I think at some point, Porsha, could it be that you were so busy trying to make a point to Simon that you lost all common sense? We're going to talk about it. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
Y'all, according to major news outlets, Us Weekly reports that Porsha Williams' ex-husband, Simon Guibodia, has been accused of failing to pay up to a six-figure debt owed to his divorce lawyer. Child, not the lawyer. See, the lawyer knows where the bodies are buried. Porsha, watch this. Are they finessing Porsha? Is this a way for them to get back at Porsha? For the lawyer to pretend that he didn't get his money, put a lien on a house on the behalf of Simon? Girl, you better leave those Nigerian scammers alone. Because let me tell you something. They've been in this for a long time. We don't even know who Simon is. Hell, the U.S. government doesn't even know if Simon's real name is Simon. Porsha, Simon outsmarted you. His attorney put a lien on the house, and we don't even know if it's a game of chess and not checkers. These men could be tag teaming you. I'm going to go with my first thought. They're playing you. And listen, and I think he has a Nigerian attorney. Hold on. Yeah. Porsha, listen to me. I believe Simon may have summoned up his ancestors by way of Onyema, Ferry, his attorney, and girl, they have come back to get their lick back. On June 10th, Guibodia's divorce attorney, Onyema Ferry, filed an attorney's lien against his 5-bedroom, 8-bathroom, 15,000 square foot Georgia home worth an estimated $7.3 million. Williams currently lives in the home after being awarded possession in the divorce. This smells fishy to me. It smells funny to me. And it seems like Simon has a lot of time on his hands. And if you're not careful, Porsha, there could be a group effort to take you down by way of bleeding you to death financially. You may have won the battle, but not the war. You may have won the prenup. You may have won the alimony, and you may be in a house, but it seems like these Nigerians may be teaming up against you to win the war. What do y'all think? The lien said that Simon owed $205,884.25 for services provided on his divorce from Williams. Now, here's my thing. This is why I feel like it's an okie doke. It's a setup. It's a setup, I believe. Because Onyema, did you not retain an attorney's fee? You knew he was across the country. Did you not get anything up front? What percentage? Y'all, I smell a rat. But Porsha, you walked into it blind and they played you. Yes, Simon Guibodia, 61, demanded that the prenup not be enforced due to Williams, 44, making alleged misrepresentations during the negotiations. Specifically, he said she intended to be a stay-at-home mom and had no plans to return to reality television. Okay, Simon. So you wanted her to front and fund your future? And Porsha, that sounds like what they're doing. But let's continue. Williams failed to disclose that she would return to her employment on The Real Housewives of Atlanta as a cast member, Guibodia argued. Instead of disclosing this material fact, the wife made it very clear to Guibodia and the public that she was leaving the television show and not returning. And I believe she had every intention on fulfilling that. I think that was Portia's intention. If we look at how Porsha moved when she first married Simon, but Simon, I think she found out some things about you. I think she found out that you were not who you said you were. And I think you left her no choice but to return to work. So what's the parts of the story that you're not telling us? Let's continue. A couple of weeks after filing for divorce, Williams asked for temporary exclusive use of the home she shared with Guibodia. The court granted her request, and Williams has been there ever since. Why would she not be? She's a wife. I don't think Simon has ever seen Porsha as a wife. Unfortunately, I think this is something that he does, and it could be a cultural thing or a Simon thing, if your name is even Simon. I think this is something he does. I think he changes women like he changes his underwear. And Porsha, you were just another notch on his belt. He didn't see you as a woman he loved, and that's why he cannot accept the fact that you want to be in the house, because he never saw you as his plus one, his and one, his union, his blessing. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, and he is blessed. I don't think Simon loves anybody but himself. As us previously reported, the divorce was finalized in court on June 11th. Guibodia had been deported to Nigeria due to immigration issues days before the hearing. The judge sided with Williams and ordered the prenup to be enforced. The court finds that the prenuptial agreement between parties contains all essential elements of an enforceable contract, the order read. And now he's trying to spin the block. Yeah, this has scam likely written all over it, if you ask me. Further, the order read, the court finds that Williams has been a reality TV celebrity for years, which was well known to the husband at the time of negotiating the prenuptial agreement, and Guibodia, nevertheless, married wife with this knowledge. So what would be the benefit of Porsha being stay-at-home wife if you can't even pay your fucking bills, Simon? You're behind. And if what you say, if what your attorney says is true, why would it be beneficial for her to stay at home and not work when you were trying to put businesses in her name financially? I smell a rat. I think Simon, everything about him is a scammer, and I think that attorney is helping him. The judge added the court does not find merit in Guibodia's argument that Williams' desire to return to reality television or employment in the future constitutes a non-disclosure of material fact and misrepresentation. So the judge said a woman has a right to change her mind. She didn't misrepresent herself. You can't use her going to work as a misrepresentation of who she is as a woman and who you marry. That's a reach. That's a reach, y'all. That's crazy to me. Porsha may have been one of the most up and up women that Simon has had the pleasure of being with. And it seems like he's grasping for straws. If the only thing you had in the marriage or to fight against, in the negotiations was she misrepresented herself, please go back to the drawing board. Well, at the hearing, according to Us Magazine, Guibodia claimed his company, Simcoe's value went from $296 million to nothing after he was detained by ICE. That's a lie. Sir, $296 million to nothing. That's a lie. That's a lie. The court finds that Guibodia's testimony is inconsistent and lacks credibility. Yeah, that's what scammers do. They lie. They make up shit on the fly. Especially given Guibodia's testimony that prior to the ICE detention, he resided outside of the U.S. for more than one half of the year and was able to successfully run and operate the company internationally. The judge wrote, Simon over here lying. He's been lying all of his life. And he thought he was going to come into that divorce proceedings and sit there and run game like they do when you get those telemarketing calls and those scammers on the other end. Yeah. The judge said Guibodia's testimony that almost $297 million in business value vanished entirely over the course of a few months without recourse or recovery strains credibility. Thank you. Per the prenuptial agreement, Guibodia will pay Williams $40,000 a month in spousal support for 14 months. In addition, Williams was awarded the home, but will have to pay her ex 50% of the equity. He's trying to force her out. That's a scam. His attorney, I believe, is in bed with him, not physically per se, but definitely in bed with him in business. They're trying to squeeze you out, Porsha, by any means necessary. Williams will have 36 months to refinance the mortgage to remove Guibodia's name or sell the home. See, if I put a lien on it, it's going to be very hard for you to refinance. Can y'all not see this coming a mile away? Do y'all not see what's happening right before our eyes? I mean, we weren't born last night. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Okay. The deal also awarded Porsche Williams a 2021 Rolls Royce and all other cars in her name. Girl, send that shit back. That is a liability. If they are not paid off, it's a liability if you have to keep up with them. I wouldn't want it. And if I were you, I would snatch my home off the market. Keep your shit. Keep your family home that you worked hard to get for you, your mom, and your daughter. Let him have that house. Film your first season in it and then go back to your home. Guibodia will also have to pay Williams's legal bill totaling $224,000. You see what he's doing? He's trying to call it a wash. He's trying to call it a wash. You heard it here first. What are your thoughts?